Right. So let's start with the conversation. So Amit Chawla, he is an old corporate hand who spent a lot of time in corporate. He was heading one of the corporations. And he has also been working with Fidelity. I'm sorry, Amit, I forgot the name of the company that you were heading. And then when he became 50, he doesn't want to tell anybody. He doesn't look like 50 even today. But the day he turned 50, there was something new which opened up for him. And that is when he got into this word. He got married to, almost married to, or rather he's been dating a word called clarity these days. He was so excited that he went on and wrote a book around it. All right. So Amit, this is all what I will talk about you. Rest the stage is yours. In between, I'll come and poke a question and then we'll carry on from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amit, were you in Ericsson at some point?
No, not in Ericsson. So you were in Ericsson or?
No. I used to interact with someone there who used to look exactly like you.
Okay.
I forgot his name. So I thought
my brother-in-law works in Ericsson, but I don't. But so if you had come for some party, maybe I was.
No.
Okay.
All right. So Amit, please. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want me to talk on, Atul?
So share a little bit about yourself, Amit. What have you been doing in life, and what got you where you are right now, and then we'll take the conversation from there.
All right.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, all. The eGrowth Group, so before I tell what I do, let me explain why I do what I do, and then I'll get into the details part. So the why part for me is my life purpose itself has been to walk with young in their pursuit of happiness and success. That's what I've defined for myself in last few years. And what this means is walk means coaching. Okay, coaching, and what happens is we walk with the coaching, not actually tell the person what to do, just walk with them. And young means young at heart, right? So when you're saying old, Atul, always know old people, old hand, old, worked in a lot of companies before. But when I say young means young at heart. So young at heart, who's ready to evolve, change, adapt, and that's what I meant by young. So why I do what I do is I walk with young in their pursuit of happiness and success. And walk is coaching, and young is, as I explained, is those who are young at heart and who wants to evolve. Now, that's the why part. But the what I do is actually I coach young entrepreneurs, business owners, corporate leaders in accelerating their growth by means of creating a high-performing team, a high-performing unit. And in that, what I do is help them discover, first of all, is get them clarity of direction. Ki jana kahan hai? You are at point A, you want to go to point B, but what is point B? B hai kya? Right? Get that clarity of direction first. And then once you have the clarity of the direction, then figure out the path to reach where you want to reach. There could be 1, 10, 20 ways to reach that destination. But what are those ways? And then to identify and then take that path. And when you take that path, then there are hurdles, there are obstacles, there are speed breakers, there are distractions, there are disruptions. COVID is a disruption, according to me, right? So how to tackle those disruptions and distractions so that you can actually go towards the direction you want to go seamlessly. The word I use is navigate through your life seamlessly. Because once you have clarity, then आपको ना झटके नहीं लगते, चोट नहीं लगती, because you can navigate through wherever you want to go if you can see things clearly. So that's what I do. And how I do what I do is I do that by doing personalized clarity coaching sessions, one-to-one sessions with business owners, entrepreneurs, whosoever they are. And that is through a kind of a 6 to 12 months kind of engagement that I have. And that there I follow the principle of ICF, International Coaching Federation, where I have done the certification from, to help them actually accelerate their growth, right? And also inspired by lots of talks of Sadhguru. So I from the definition of clarity basically has come from one of the talk of Sadhguru itself. And that I use in my own ways to combine, and then I deliver my services to my clients. All right. So this is my brief introduction.
Awesome. So, Amit, where did you grow up?
Grow up. So
So I
from
know
my
you don't like the word grow up, but then grow up.
yeah, सब जगह पे ना आपका ये आ रहा है old grow yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are still growing actually. So I'm still growing up, right?
Yeah.
So if you talk about my school days and college days, I was mostly in Haryana. In different schools. I've been changing schools every 2 years because of my father getting transferred. But most of my
Where did you
education
meet
has
the
been
maximum
in
number of girlfriends?
Chandigarh.
Okay, awesome.
आप चंडीगढ़ के हो क्या?
No, no. Chandigarh is supposed to have the most beautiful people on in India. वो सारी पटियाला, हिमाचल सब जगह से आ जाती है ना. All right. And what do you call your office? This office has a name, right? Where you're sitting.
Yeah.
Right
So
now.
I'm right now located in Gurgaon, and the office is called Clarity Hive. So I'm a Clarity coach. So the office is called Clarity Hive. The book is called The Clarity First. So everything is around clarity that I move around with.
Fantastic.
That's like you said is I'm dating. Currently.
Yes, you're dating. So in some time, I'll ask you to maybe lift your PC and show us the corner behind you, the green turf. All right.
Yeah,
But I understand you were in the corporate space for a pretty long time.
Yeah.
So share something from the corporate world. What all did you do, and what were the various roles that you were handling?
Yeah. So I almost spent almost 3 decades in the corporate world, in the software industry. I did my master's from US in 88 to 90. And 90, I finished master's in US and came back. So I was one of the odd one to come back. I think most of my friends from those days are still in US settled, but I was the odd one to come back. And I started working.
You were just ahead of them. That's it.
Yeah. उस टाइम पे पता नहीं था कि इंडिया में क्या होना है, so we were kind of not sure.
Absolutely.
But I did liked US from a professional point of view, but not from a social point of view. So I decided to settle down in India. That was one major decision for me to take to come back. But yeah, so after that, I got interviewed actually in New York by TCS. That time TCS was the only company known, and then joined in Delhi. So I started my career as a normal junior developer in TCS, Indian company. And over the period in almost 3 decades, I grew from a developer to a project leader, manager, unit head, transition head, or different roles going up. And the last role that I did was as a country head of a fintech company, a multinational company, which we had grown 10 times in 6 years. But the part here, Atul, is the growth that I saw in designation, salary, compensation, and all the part that I saw is actually not because of that. I would say the growth that I got was because I saw lots of ups and downs, lots of success and failures and failure and then success at a different level. So for example, at a project level, at a company level, at an industry level. Like for example, I'll share one incident. When I did the first project, international project, 2 years experience, TCS, chota sa developer, normal developer, just thoda sikha hai, and we were sent to Switzerland to do a project. And I was so excited to go and do this first project. It failed. It failed because we could not deliver. In 4 months of stay, after 4 months, we were back to India. And I was so upset. Yeah, पहली बार गया बाहर एक delivery करने के लिए, and it failed. But luckily, I had another opportunity after a year to go back to Switzerland for another project, and similar issue was cropping up, and it was identified and fixed, and then that project became success, right? So that's kind of a project level I've seen. Then I've seen also at a company level. Very interesting is, Atul, is it has actually helped me grow. Is I've seen a company actually go up to $1 billion, and then the CEO of the company makes a wrong decision. Okay, makes a wrong decision of selling to the company to a wrong entity, and the company got destroyed. Right, I had left the company at that point of time, and I'm telling you right now, Atul, is if that time
there
that guy had not
other
taken,
people other than 2 of us, so you can tell the others also.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I can't see them, so they are.
Yeah, please.
Right. When that decision was taken, and the person actually, the CEO took a wrong decision, according to me, and the company got destroyed, right? And because of that, I also left. And I'm telling you, is if that time the guy had not taken that decision, maybe I would be still working in that company. Okay. So I've seen that no close quarters, what happens at a top level when they make a decision, sometimes right, sometimes wrong, and that has helped me grow myself, right? And then third thing in the growth part is in this journey has been also seen the industry. At the industry level, what happens during, let's say, the dot-com boom in 98, 97, 98, 99. बस सब जने मेरे को बुला रहे हैं, आ जाओ, come join us, no, you are experienced, you are from TCS, all that part. And then in 2000, bust, right? Suddenly everything goes bust, and the company which I was working in, uska share zero ho gaya suddenly, right? From doing pretty well to $50, it became zero, and we were wondering, kya hua kya? What happened? So I've seen those ups and downs. Then 2008, right? 2008, I was called once by the boss and said, he told me, Amit, ये आपको 6 लोगों को फायर करना है in next 24 hours. And I had to fire 6 people who were good friends. It was such a bad time to go through that, and now also COVID, right? So much of disruption happening. So I've seen those ups and downs in the industry at a project level, at a company level, and also another type of growth I've seen is what I call as working with top leaders in the company that I worked in. For last 12 to 13 years of my career, I was mostly at a leadership role as a business unit head or a country head. So I had an opportunity to work with those who were chairman of the board, multinational companies, CEOs, investors. So how do they take those business, critical business decisions? When to start a product, when to stop a product, right? When to shut down a unit, when to start a unit, right? And I've seen many good and wise decisions as well as bad decisions being taken.
Awesome. So when did you start this consulting piece? How long?
So this one has been about 3.5 years into the coaching world. Okay. And that happened because I'd done all the part in the corporate world to be at a top level position, but there was something missing. Although by all standards, we would say that all by the success criteria that people say, I was in a very good position, getting good salary, retirement plan in place, everything there, but there was something missing. There was something missing. I was lost. I would say from 2010, 11 onwards, I was a bit lost that I want to achieve something more, and not what I'm doing, but something more than what I can do. And so I went through my inner transformation and learning that happened over 7 years. Worked with entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, exposed to coaching. I got exposure to coaching, and then one day it happened, like you were talking about. Is at age of 50, I went to learn coaching, and that day when I was learning coaching, and on my way back, this thing happened. The eureka moment happened, right? That moment of clarity, I say, happened. This is what I was searching, that I should be a coach. I should be a coach to help others grow. And that was my calling. I was kind of struggling with that for 7-8 years. And when that clarity came, then I took the decision of moving out from my corporate journey to become a coach, and immerse myself into coaching, learn from top level coaches. And now I do this coaching for the young entrepreneurs and business owners to grow in their career and in the business. Right?
So if you can please share something more about when you say your eureka moment, what was that? Second is, what does clarity mean for you? Why I'm saying is, almost all, not all of the people who are here on the call right now, and maybe those who are watching on Facebook also, these are the people who would have been employees at one time. And they have transitioned from being employees to employers. Okay. Being an employee, there is so much around you which is holding you together.
Correct.
The moment you become the employer, you are the ones who's got to take those calls. You may or may not like those calls. Like we're talking about firing those 6 people. Within a company, it is easy. Even though they were friends, yet you were doing it for somebody else.
Correct.
And when you have to bite the bullet, how do you get that clarity? And
okay,
invariably, all of us lose a lot of time in that.
Yeah. So let me explain this part is when you're moving from a corporate life, being an employee to becoming an employer, it's a huge change. It's a huge change. And that part has to be understood and accepted by whosoever is making the change. And the change is your role is changing. Your role and responsibility is changing, right? Earlier, if you were doing, let's say, a design work in a company, you were only a designer over there. Now, when you have moved out and run a design agency, let's say, then you are not a designer anymore. You are an entrepreneur, right? An entrepreneur ka jo role responsibility hota is quite different, totally different from a design. Now, that understanding and acceptance is the biggest change, which in fact, I'll tell personally, I realized in first 3 months, यार मेरे को तो coach बनना था, तो I'll start on my own and become a coach and help people grow. All that part I'll do. But as soon as I got into this field, I realized, अरे यार मैं coach होना बनाऊँ. Right? I did introduce myself as a coach, but actually I'm not a coach. I'm an entrepreneur, and the role of entrepreneur is everything, right? Everything means it could be marketing, it could be selling, it could be networking, it could be accounts, it could be hiring people, firing people, all the decisions you have to take. And I'm telling you this very clearly to all those who are listening, in case you cannot do those activities or you cannot fall in love, not love, I would say, is you feel hesitant to do any of those activities or the roles of an entrepreneur, then it's better is to go back and do a job, right? Because job also is, it can be very satisfying if you want to, right? So it's not necessarily everybody is fit to become an entrepreneur. And it's very important. I see some people I coach, I know that guy is not actually meant to be an entrepreneur. He has just moved because he saw his friend doing well and just shifted. And the guy struggles. So I have to tell, it's better to go back to a job rather than becoming an entrepreneur. So the point I'm making is, if you are an entrepreneur, then anything that happens in the company is your ownership. And if you understand the meaning of ownership, real meaning of ownership, then you not have on any of these struggles. Right? And there are a few things which you need to have as the owner in the company. It could be the core values of the company, how the vision of the company to be set up, the goals that you're setting up. There are multiple things that needs to be set up by you. You own the whole company and whatever happens in the company as such, which is quite different from if you were doing it as working as an employee in another company.
All right. So tell us something more about the book that you've authored.
Okay. So the book is called The Clarity First. And
if you have a copy, you could probably show the book as well.
Yeah, it's available on Amazon. I'll show the copy of the book.
Yeah.
It's like that. हमारे पास भी होनी चाहिए.
मेरे पास भी है.
So the thing what I've seen actually, what inspired me to write the book was I met many people in my corporate career and otherwise who have all the potential. Okay, they have the power, the knowledge, the experience, the money, the network, everything they have, but they had no clarity how to utilize all the assets and the resources they have. And to those resources could be used to make this world a better place. And that gives me immense pain. यार सब कुछ है आपके पास, फिर भी आप बैठे हुए, you're still stuck. And this book is actually an attempt to get such people unstuck so that they can get clarity of the next step in their professional and personal life, right? And that is why the book has been written. And it's a very easy read. In a couple of hours, you can finish reading it. And it covers a real concept of clarity, what it really means. It has a formula of absolute clarity and also an exercise where you can get clarity of what you are not clear about. कि आपको क्या चीज clear नहीं है, उसकी तो clarity होनी चाहिए. So there's an exercise which I mentioned over there. as well as an approach to get clarity on your own. You don't need anybody else. You can get clarity on your own. Yeah, so that's the background of the book, and it's available on Amazon. It's the #1 bestseller right now on Amazon.
Yeah. So my next question is, what did Amit Chawla get or experience while he was drafting this book? Okay, there is a certain transformation you would have gone through. See, clarity itself is a very nice, interesting word.
Mhm.
Okay, and हर एक को लगता है मुझे बस थोड़ी सी clarity और चाहिए and then I'm done.
Hmm.
And the moment we are there, there is still little bit more. वो little bit more ही होता है, कभी you never need too much. So
Yeah.
what is that little bit more that you got while you were putting this book together?
Yeah, in fact, that's a very interesting question. By the way, clarity is a journey. Okay, it's a journey. It's not even when I say I'm a clarity coach. It's actually, I would say I'm still in the process of becoming a clarity coach, right? Because still there's so much of clarity coming as I'm progressing, and while writing the book, I had to dig deeper into myself, of who am I, right? And why I'm on this earth, and what is the value I can bring to this universe. And I had to look back deeper into myself, my different incidents which had happened. And in fact, even after writing the book, even no, it's been like 1.5, 2 years, I've been still discovering myself. And when I do even coaching sessions or anything, I feel I'm discovering myself more and more, because sometimes a person in the session or somewhere would ask a question, and I will say, ये इस क्वेश्चन का तो मेरे पास भी आंसर नहीं है, राइट? इस क्वेश्चन का बारे में सोचा ही नहीं है. So lots of questions while writing the book opened up for me, and many answers I got. And still, I would say I'm still in the progress of discovering myself, and writing the book was only a part of it. It's not still complete part. It's still journey continues.
Fantastic. So while I was just listening to you, I got present to two aspects. One aspect is you become okay with it, that there is not enough clarity.
Mhm.
And with this much clarity, you can take the next leap.
Mhm.
Second aspect is you become so finicky about clarity, you can spend the entire life trying to get that clarity and not reach anywhere. So
Yeah.
where are you now?
So I'm always in the process of getting clarity. I won't say that I have clarity of everything. And in fact, even currently, if people ask me, Amit, you're a clarity coach, so tell me what's going to happen is there clarity what's going to happen in 3 months time, 6 months time? And the answer is very simple. So we have clarity that in, let's say, next 3 months, what will happen? There is no clarity of it. क्या होगा पता नहीं. But that is the clarity that we have. कि आगे पता नहीं. Um, it's almost like if you're going in a car to Jaipur, okay, and on the way there is a storm. This is a storm आता है. What happens is, and you have no control over that storm. You can't do anything. You right? At that point in time, the best thing to do is actually, pause, park the car on the side and wait for the storm to go. Inform your loved ones that you'll be late, so that they can take care. Inform the right people, and just be there, right? And not be in that space कि मेरे को थोड़ा सा दिख रहा है. Let me go at the same speed. Let me go at the same speed even now, because earlier I have been running at that speed. So that's not the point. Because आपको clarity नहीं है, still you can move ahead, or you can take a pause. It's okay. It's okay to not have clarity, because even if you know there's no clarity, you can take many decisions based on that. I hope I answered the question.
I'm absolutely clear that there's no clarity.
Yeah, and actually, the one part is confusion. There's a debate happens at times. Is confusion seems to be the opposite of clarity, but I call as confusion is the first step to clarity. It's not the opposite of clarity. So if you are confused, it is good, because confusion means, according to me, is you are looking for something. आप कुछ ढूंढ रहे हो, right? और ढूंढोगे तो मिल जाएगा. आप ढूंढ ही नहीं रहे तो नहीं मिलेगा. So many times I see many people actually, they're actually lost. They're lost what they're doing, but they don't even know they're lost. Now that is a very very dangerous part. आपको पता ही नहीं आप lost हो, आप तो आराम से घूमे जा रहे हो. And no, somewhere you will not reach anywhere in that case. So the point is, if you get confused, it is good. It's okay, because that's the very first step to clarity. And that's why I'm saying, asking you, Atul, is अगर आपको समझ नहीं आया, it's okay. If you're confused, that's fine, because that's anyway a first step to clarity.
So if I were to ask you, what are the three indications of a situation that I need clarity here? Like you said, if I don't know that I need clarity, that's not a very comfortable position to be in. तो मुझे ऐसे कौन से 3 सिम्टम्स होंगे जहां पर मुझे पता लगेगा कि जो मुझे क्लैरिटी चाहिए या इस समय मुझे क्लैरिटी खोजनी चाहिए?
Yeah.
What would be those 3 things?
Yeah, let me think about that. So one would be, you're running at a slower speed. You're expecting to run at a particular speed, and you're running slow, and that may be happening because there is no clarity. Let's say you want to grow the organization from one level to the next level, but
say from 10 crores to 100 crores, or say 50 crores, if not 100
10 to 50 crore में जाना चाह रहे हैं, but उसकी speed slow है. आपको लग रहा है speed slow है. Now that may need be that you have to figure out why it is so slow. Is it because your team? Is it because of you? Is it because of COVID? Is it all your product? Or is it actually you need to go from 10 to 50? चाहिए क्यों? Right? You need to have clarity of that, right? So that's one is the speed part. The other is you are stuck. I see many people are stuck. उनको they are decision लेना है, but they are stuck. There are people who are working corporate. They want to shift. They want to move to become an entrepreneur, but they are stuck. They are not able to take that call because they don't know what is coming ahead, what is going to happen ahead. And that same time they need clarity of how to take the first step. आपको first step कैसे लेना है? That is the piece which is important. And third, I would say is the indication would be if you are blaming, right? If you're blaming people around you, your team, and the environment around the clients, that means agar aap blame scenario mein ja rahe ho, that means there is something wrong. There is something of ownership that you're not taking. So you need to have clarity of what you mean by ownership. What does ownership really mean? And I've seen so many times people come to me and saying कि बाकी सब ठीक है, मेरी टीम को ठीक कर दो, right? I am fine. This team of mine, 7 people who are reporting to me, they are not fine. And I say, this is where you are stuck. This is the problem. This is where you need clarity, that the problem is not in the team. The problem is in you. You hired the team, right? It's your responsibility. You were supposed to train and coach and mentor the team. You did not do that. It's your responsibility. Now, even if you have trained, coached them, and they have not still performed, आपने उनको रखा हुआ है, ये भी आप ही की responsibility, ये ही आपकी ownership है, right? So these are the indication I would say is what I would say is one is speed, other is getting stuck, and third is about ownership.
Fantastic. So let me take a dipstick test कि जी बाकी सारे बंदे भी जाग रहे हैं कि नहीं.
Yes, check.
So guys, any questions? या अभी तक अमित ने जो बातचीत की, आपको उसमें कुछ मजा आया तो कोई थम्स अप दो, कोई तालियां बजाओ, कुछ हेलो हाय करो. दीपांकर ने हाथ उठाया है. दीपांकर, you want to ask something?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon, Amit Chawla ji. Pleasure to have you here.
Thanks, Dipankar.
वो कहते हैं ज्ञान मिलना होता है ना तो पहले 2-3 मिनट में मिल जाता है, पता चल जाता है. तो I don't know. I had completely back-to-back packed up schedule today, but somehow I reached home just 35-40 minutes back. And आजकल घड़ी एकदम ऐसे होती है कि 3 बज गए, अरे कुछ हो रहा है इंटरेस्टिंग. अतुल कुछ तो कुछ कर ही रहा होगा. एकदम सिस्टम ऑन किया and I knew there is something. I quickly went through the bio sheet जो कल आपकी आई थी उस पे. So first 45 seconds were a little confusing for me to gather myself back into this forum. But then let me tell you why I'm saying all this is. I'm sure Atul can relate it. I am a entrepreneur, first generation, and just very recently, about 1.5, 2 years back, we have started our own setup. I am into logistics, international freight forwarding and logistics.
Mhm.
And I had been working with about 23 years in this same domain.
Mhm.
And बड़े सारे आपने already answer कर दिए वो questions मेरे.
Hmm.
So, but still, if given a choice, I would not like to go back to job now.
Yeah. Yeah.
पहला 1.5 साल ऐसा था, बड़े सारे sinusoidal curves बने मेरे दिमाग में भी.
Hmm.
And that time my father stood by to say, कोई बात नहीं यार, गलती तो होगी ना, कोई बात नहीं, गलती से ही सीखेंगे. So, but now, my takeaway in the last 34 minutes is that I had been very emotional in taking certain decisions, because, you know, when you're working 23, 24 years as an employee, and when you suddenly come out and there is nobody in your family from any side of any corner who has done business, so your mindset to become as an entrepreneur itself takes a little bit time. Acclimatization takes a little bit time, and every time you have to remind yourself that it's your responsibility. अब तू ही है जो है. लेकिन सर कई बारी हम भूल जाते हैं, बिकॉज इमोशन से काम बहुत ज्यादा होता है. आज भी इमोशन से मैं करता हूँ. बट this was my takeaway, that we have to I mean, of course, if the team is not performing and their skill sets, training and everything is my responsibility, never, of course. But even if I know about this guy is not performing and still he's a dead wood, still I'm sticking to them, is because of, again, me. It is not because of any other thing. So this was a beautiful takeaway. I never used to take this kind of a decision, because मैं ना फिर पैराफर्नीलिया वही बन जाता है सारा. तो you know, फिर ये इसका क्या होगा, डिपेंडेंसी है, नौकरी है, जॉब है, सैलरी है. But sometimes then you give a leverage of time, 2 months more, 3 months more we observe, but फिर भी नहीं होता. But then recently I mean, this is a takeaway, that we had to take certain decisions. When I say recently, means beginning of this year.
Correct.
But we have to still take certain decisions like that, maybe one more, but we are holding on to this lockdown era, because I don't want to sound nasty during this time to the team. But at the same time, we are still putting this time, effort to train them well. If they learn, it's okay. Otherwise, I think there is no harm doing business as in business, not as a fully emotional thing. So this was a beautiful takeaway, and I'm really thank you for this. I think मैं आए इसीलिए था, मैं जा सकता हूँ. No, just joke. I'll be here. I'll be surely here.
So Amit,
actually, the point I'm nicely you give the example is, whatever decision you take, it's very also important is to understand is the consequences of that is also yours, right? If you have trained people or not trained people, fired people, kept people, whatever the thing is, uske consequences bhi aap hi ke, right? So yeah, so that's what I would just like to add what you just shared.
Absolutely, sir. So nice of you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
And Amit, Dipankar is like across the road for you. He is in sector 50A, Nirvana country.
अरे पास में ही हो तो फिर तो आप आ जाओ कभी भी.
You're also Gurgaon, Amit?
Yeah, I'm in 62 in Pioneer Urban, Golf Course Extension Road.
Oh yes, near this Spencer's.
हाँ, Spencer's उसके साथ में ही. Yeah.
आजकल ऐसी गुड़गांव की माइलस्टोन्स ऐसी हैं सर, क्या करें.
All right, राजेश जी, आप प्लीज कुछ पूछ रहे थे.
Yep. Hi Amit.
Hi Rajesh.
सर मेरे हिसाब से आप भी एक छोटा सा इंट्रो दे दीजिएगा. हाँ जी प्लीज.
अपना
मेरा भी दे दीजिए, कोई बात नहीं. Yeah.
All right. तुम तो देते रहते हो अपना. Yeah, hi. Okay. Amit and everybody on the talk today. This is Rajesh Buzraja, based in New Delhi. By education, I'm an engineer from IIT Kharagpur. And I've been about 42 years in the corporate world, essentially focused on HVAC, that's ventilation, heating, air conditioning, and indoor air quality. The question I had for you, Amit, is one is what are the qualities of a coach. You know, what is it that a coach must have in him? Why I'm asking this is because I've been engaged with this thought of, should I become a professional coach?
Mhm.
I had this years ago in 82 when I did the landmark education.
Mhm.
And I was very clear that I want to become a coach.
Mhm.
I thought I'll become a forum leader,
Mhm.
which I didn't because I was in the corporate world and I had a family that time to support and to groom.
Mhm.
So I carried on with the corporate world,
Mhm.
just like you carried on. And 3 years ago, you said, okay, now there's something else which is calling you. Now, this is something which has been calling me off and on.
Mhm.
So I've coached people in between. I've
Mhm.
in between left jobs. I started on my own, went
Okay.
back to a job, again left a job now, and I am a
Mhm.
consultant now.
Mhm.
But I still have this passion for coaching people,
Mhm.
mentoring people, which I do in my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether I should become a professional coach. And one reason I see is there are far too many today.
Mhm.
You know, when you look up YouTubes and you look up wherever, there are far too many.
Mhm.
So I start thinking, would I get lost in that maze?
Mhm.
You know, and especially today's times when, you know, we're passing through COVID, people are kind of disjointed, don't know
Mhm.
which way to go.
Mhm.
So they are looking for एक तिनका का सहारा ना, वो
Mhm.
बहती धारा में एक तिनके का सहारा
Right.
ढूंढ रहे हैं.
Mhm.
So
And also
a lot of
because
people.
of COVID, there is a new crop of coaches who are going to come.
So I actually wonder, is there a need? Uh, so, you know, I
Yeah.
don't know if you've got my question.
Yeah. I got the intent. The
Yes.
question would be probably from
Okay.
there. Is first thing you asked was what is the characteristic of a
Criteria.
coach,
Yes.
criteria of being a coach, and what is required. And second was probably a dilemma that you're going through: should you become a coach or not? Like they are
Yes.
two separate questions. So to
Professional coach.
professional coach, yeah.
I've been coaching in my job
Sorry,
wherever
I
I
couldn't hear
was.
the
I was
I
at
couldn't hear the last
corporate.
sentence. I couldn't hear the
So
last
I
sentence.
said I was in most of my corporate positions, I was leading from the front,
Mhm.
and I would groom and coach people.
Mhm.
And I'm happy a lot of them are, at top positions in their own companies.
Mhm.
So that gives me pleasure.
Mhm.
So I've coached, but more that was my job requiring me to coach people.
Correct. Okay, so let me answer the first question first. Is characteristic of a coach. So one thing in coaching, and I'm saying coaching as defined by ICF, International Coaching Federation, because coaching is actually a profession. You know, there are certification which happens, and there are basic tenets that are required to be a coach. And I would say share three of them. So first one is, as a coach, you have to be a very good listener. You have to listen and listen and listen, um, because it's in coaching we don't advise, we don't tell people up ye karo. You know, and when you're advising people, it's actually not coaching. Okay, that's probably I would say mentoring or training or as a consulting it may happen. So in the coaching world, as a professional coach, as a real coach, it's all about listening. You have to listen what the other person is saying, and by listening, and after listening, then you ask questions. So second characteristic of a coach is to ask questions. Only ask questions, not give solutions, not give a solution at all. And ask the question in a way and the type of questions so that the person is able to discover his or her own solution. Okay, and there's a very important deep rooted thing why it works, and I'll tell you this. So if I tell you to do something, you may or may not do it because somebody else, somebody Amit is saying, right? And let's say I tell you this is the way to run a company and manage a team, and you do that, okay, and it's successful. You will say Amit ki wajah se you have been successful. accountability comes to me as a coach, as a individual who has advised. If my advice and it fails, you will blame me कि अमित ने गलत बताया था इसलिए मैं फेल हो गया, right? So the accountability does not shift to you. Whereas if I ask question and you are able to find an answer which works well with you and you take those action and it is successful, you will feel that you did it. And if it fails, you did it, right? It's all your accountability and ownership. And that's a very important part in coaching is listening and then questioning. Listening and questioning, which are the two characteristics. Third, very important is uh, judgment. No judgment. No judgment at all. And I would say this is the most difficult part when I moved from my corporate career. सबसे difficult part ये था कि मेरे को judge नहीं करना. So even if a person who may be uneducated, who does not know English, who is coming from a village, I have to work at the same level as that person because then the coaching really happens. And as a leader in a corporate career, when I was a country head, मेरे रोल में लिखा होता था कि you have to judge people, right? कि आपको जज करना है किसको इंक्रीमेंट मिलेगा, किसको प्रमोशन मिलेगी, किसको फायर करना है, किसको हायर करना है. Every day I was judging. I was getting paid because I was judging, and suddenly I had to say, I become a coach and do not judge. That's the most difficult part if you want to become a coach. And I'm telling you, once you reach that stage, you not stop, I would say, lessen down the judging. Many things open. It's a beautiful world when you stop doing it. And when this was now, like I was saying, when I had 50, when I learned this part that coaching के अंदर आपको judge नहीं करना, and I realized I felt myself so relieved because probably that was a stress that every time you have to judge, and then things happened. So these three are the characteristics: listening, questioning, and no judgment. Okay. Does it answer your first question, Rajesh?
Yes, in fact, it does. In fact, there was another question which was coming in my mind, but this seems to have answered that.
Yeah. And the second part of the question
was.
Sorry, your voice is breaking. Your voice is not clear. Can you repeat?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, I said another unsaid question got answered by itself. Okay. That unsaid question was, do you have to be from that particular field to the people whom you are coaching? You gave me the answer that, if you have the capability of listening, questioning, and not judging, that it's not necessary to be from the same field.
Yeah, that's exactly how we were taught also, and I have experienced myself. Yes. Because you do not have to be an expert in that field, because you coach, by the way, we coach those who are expert in their field. So if I have to coach you, then it goes by that method that Rajesh is expert in his field and I have to discover from there, right? So technically speaking, as a coach, I can coach I've 15-year-old boy or girl also, a housewife also, an entrepreneur also, somebody 70 also, anybody I can coach, right? Although it benefits if you are from the same industry, there could be outside the coaching part you can have some more rapport building and references, but technically speaking, you don't have to be in the same field as your client.
But do you have to, for example, I see today a lot of youngsters coaching people on parenting when they are themselves not parents.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a dichotomy in this, that if I'm coaching, let's say, an expert in an area, so I need not be an expert on the subject. But if I have not passed through that phase of life, of the ups and downs, how do I become, how does the other person relate to me?
Yeah.
If I'm a bachelor, how can I talk to a 40-year-old guy about how to do parenting? He'll say, "Pehle tu band ho ja."
Yeah, and this is a very tricky part. Actually, there's somebody I coach who was 16-year-old, and I know there's somebody, he's a teen coach. There's another person who's a teen coach, teenagers who coach karte hain. And I was talking to this guy who's 16-year entrepreneur, and I said, "Ki tumko coach chahiye? Do you need any coach?" He said, "नहीं, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए, because मेरे को अगर coach चाहिए, मेरे level का होना चाहिए." who is in no 20, 22, 23 kind of thing, because then that person will understand my mindset. Otherwise, आप करोगे तो आपको समझ नहीं आएगा. So there is a no dichotomy there also.
Yes.
But putting that in different context is actually, as a coach, for a change, being old meaning 50 plus helps. Okay, helps get in. Okay, because there is a kind of a factor that अच्छा इतना experience है तो उसको आता तो होगा ना, उसको experience तो है ही ना, experience तो होगा ही ना. So, but the point is that maybe get you in, but that does not mean the delivery which you do. No, that is quite different, right? There it's equal level, right? So so that's the important part is to see is entry may in some cases it will help, the gray hair will help, in some cases it may not help also, like I explained, but once you are in, then you have to add value to the person, right? That's important. And very important part, Rajesh, here is nobody comes to a coach because उसको coaching चाहिए, ठीक है? Coaching लेने के लिए कोई नहीं आता, उसके आता कोई है because the person has a challenge of maybe stuck in the business, maybe not the relationship issues are happening, maybe not able to manage the team itself, उसको कोई problem है, कोई challenge है, या aspiration है कुछ करने का, right? Now, whosoever can come, whosoever, it could be a friend, it could be a consultant, it could be a trainer, it could be a coach, it could be anybody can come, and if they're able to get that thing done, no, the person will come to that person, right? So nobody will come कि हमें को coaching लेनी है, coaching उसको एक challenge है, उस challenge को solve करने के लिए if coaching is the best option, it's fine, it could be other options also.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's the answer to your question. The other part is if you want to become a coach, by the way, you can say there are many coaches in the industry, which is very good actually, because more people means more awareness happens. But all of us are unique, right? You have a unique experience. I have a unique experience, and you can find your own way, your own identity, so to say. So, and coaching, like I said, is if you follow technical level of coaching, which is the ICF defined, you will figure out it's quite different. And we may think in the corporate life we were doing coaching, but I realized myself when I learned coaching is मैं सोच रहा था मैं ऑफिस में coaching करता हूँ अपनी company में. It was not coaching. I was probably doing mentoring to some extent, but I realized I was actually not coaching in my corporate life when I was a leader. And that I realized when I learned what real coaching is, the technical meaning. Like I mentioned, it is all about questioning. It is about listening. It is about no judgment, right? Not by advising, not giving solution. We are not solution providers. Everybody seems to be no solution provider. We will solve all your problem. A coach, technically speaking, should not be saying, I'll solve the problem. Right? Because if you are a business owner or an entrepreneur and you come to me and say, Amit, can you solve this problem? You know, make this company 10 crore to 50 crore. And if I can do it, then I don't need you. I can run your company, right? I can become the CEO of the company and run it, right? That's not, so that's not the point. The point is to enable the other person. That person can grow the company to the level that he or she wants. It could be the company, it could be himself or herself.
Awesome. Pete, Rajesh ji, आगे बढ़े?
Yeah, sure.
All right, thank you.
I think more of it, what I understand is also that it would be more to say like you would a coach could act like a catalyst through the entire process, if I get it correctly or in my own words.
Yeah, it's like a catalyst, and I call that as also like a sounding board. I think you were asking that question or someone, is many times you have to take a decision whether to hire or not hire or do something in the company. And very interesting part is as a business owner and an entrepreneur at the top, it's very, very lonely at the top. You're alone. Or आपको decide करना है when you press this button, what will happen, right? It could destroy the company, it could destroy some relationships, it could destroy families, right? Many important decisions are to be taken. At that point of time, you need someone. And I'm saying this decisions could be at a political level also. It could be at a country level. The prime minister of the country, president decides, right? Now, when the decisions are being taken, it's very important to have people around you who can act like a sounding board, who can act like a sounding board, who can ask you questions, challenging questions. बॉस ये क्यों कर रहे हो? आपने सोचा भी है इसका क्या होगा? Earlier you said you'll do left, go left. Now you're saying you'll go right. Why? Right? So a coach typically works like a sounding board, helps you make wise decisions, wiser decision, I would say. May not be right or wrong, but wiser decision. Because coach is not to judge, right? And will supposed to ask you difficult questions which nobody can ask.
Awesome.
And chances are, some wise decisions will come.
Fantastic. Peter has a question.
Thank you.
Peter, you want to ask something?
Yes, certainly.
And others
hi.
who have a question, please raise your hand so that we can call upon you.
Hi, Amit. It's Peter here. Great chat. You have loved the chat it was giving. Hi, Atul, and hi everyone on this platform. I'm actually calling from Sydney, Australia, and Amit, I've got a question to you.
Sure.
I'm on the cusp of starting my own business, an e-commerce business. Currently, I'm pretty good settled into my work. I'm an employee now, working for a multinational on a senior position. What is a piece of advice you would like to give for someone considering leaving that sort of an aspect which is currently sitting into and moving into and starting his own business? What are the factors basically I should be considering, or anyone going through the same situation should be considering?
Okay.
Amit, just before you answer, Saurabh, तुम ये सब चीजें मत सुनो, वरना तुम ही नौकरी छोड़ बैठोगे. Yeah, please carry on.
मेरा भी यही क्वेश्चन था सर, लेकिन.
Yeah, Amit, please answer.
I think Amit, it was more of your second point when it was the last of your conversation. You gave 3 points. This is the second point which I'm trying to express on.
Okay, fine. So you're saying is you are working in a corporate in Sydney, and you are thinking of starting an e-commerce platform and come out, and you're in dilemma.
Again,
yeah.
Again, to give a bit of a start. So I'm from Mumbai.
Okay.
I did my business in Mumbai for probably around 5-6 years. From there, I moved to Middle East. I worked there as an employee for 5-6 years, and from last 10 years, I'm an Australian citizen.
Okay.
I'm from the last 10 years. I'm working as an employee, and I'm on the verge of starting my own e-commerce business. I do understand the call for e-commerce business that you don't need to go into a full-time sort of an or leave whatever. But to make something big, you need to really get yourself involved. And there is a fire in my belly to start something on my own. Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm asking this question.
Yeah. Let me mention this is if you want to start on your own, the basic and very fundamental part to get clarity on is a simple question called why, right? Getting clarity of why you want to start on your own. What is that triggering you to start on your own, right? And there are, I would say, even if you want to start, it's a huge change. It's a huge change for a person which happens. And for the change to happen, there are, I would say, 3 parameters which typically, triggers you to actually make a change. It could be a change in a job also. It could be a change from a job to becoming an entrepreneur. Any change. So let me give those and let me trigger some thoughts to you. Okay. So first thing is to trigger that change. You need to figure out how upset, how angry or upset you are in the current state. Okay. आप अभी current state से कितने परेशान हो? And it happens quite often. आप current state से इतने परेशान हो कि जो भी हो जाए, you will switch, right? And if that is so strong, so whatever the case, you move to another angle altogether. And second parameter is different, which is saying you need to have clarity of the future vision. आपको जाना कहाँ है, आपको क्लैरिटी है कि this is my passion, this is where I want to go, and that is driving, that is the only fundamental part which will prompt me to trigger me to make the change. For example, in my case, the first parameter was not relevant because I was happy in my job, getting good salary, everything was fine. But the second parameter, I realized that I need to do something. I meant for something else, not what I am, where I am. And that was so strong that made me actually move from my corporate life and become a coach, right? So that's the second very important parameter. And third is, whatever you want to do, you need to have clarity of what I call as the first step. पहला step क्या लेना चाहिए? If you want to start something on your own, what is that one small step that you can take? It could be maybe leaving the job and starting for a few months. It could be trying to do things parallelly for 3 months, 6 months, 2 years, 1 year, whatever, and see how it happens. It could be working with a friend to just get a feel whether you like it or not. Get that dipstick done, and then make a call, right? So these are three kind of parameters which needs to be seen before you can actually bring a change, right? And there's a fourth parameter also, which I actually learned from a very young coach who was half my age. And let me share the fourth parameter. Fourth parameter also is about log kya kahenge, right? Society, right? Social pressure. So if you decide to shift from a good paying job to become an entrepreneur, there is always this dilemma कि यार बाकी फैमिली में क्या कहेंगे, फ्रेंड्स क्या कहेंगे, वो कहेंगे इतनी अच्छी जॉब छोड़ के आप कौन सा काम शुरू कर दिया. So that part, if you can need to handle that part, right? So these are 4 parameters basically which you need to tackle before you can actually make the jump. Okay.
I think Atul, can I go ahead or we are running short of time?
Please go ahead.
Hi Amit.
Yeah.
I think when we are here, the fourth factor is not considered as a top because I think here my neighbor doesn't know what I'm doing, or my cousin or my uncle is not bothered what I'm doing, as long as I'm happy with what I am. Is there a thing or is there a risk which you feel which is associated for something like that, and you would like to highlight any risk which is associated for it, which you feel as a third person?
Risk is आपने step लिया, and after one failure you decide to come back, okay, to do a job. Okay, so that is the only risk. And by the way, I'll share one example. And this will probably help you also, in case you're looking at that. So when I decided to become a coach, and by the way, coach, everybody needs a coach, including a coach. So I also have coaches. I have learned from coaches. I have 2-3 coaches. And when I became a coach, I went to another coach and said, "Ki boss, main ban to raha hu, but kaise karu? How do I start?" And he told me, "Amit, are you sure? Are you sure you want to be a coach?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." No, abhi sure nahi hu. So he said, I had left my job by then. He said, "No, apply for jobs." I said, "Why? I'll not apply for jobs." He said, "No, go apply for jobs for 2 months. And because आपने एक बार step ले लिया, you will not be able to go back." Right? And I spent about 4-6 weeks updating my CV, going to Bangalore, Hyderabad, applying कि कोई role मिल जाए, right? And there was not many roles, by the way, at time available. And but in that inner discovery, I found I was getting very frustrated. मतलब because CV update करते वक्त लगता था क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं CV क्यों update कर रहा हूँ, right? Because some unknown person is going to decide my future. Why, right? And then I went to my coach again. I said, "Boss, मैं job नहीं कर रहा. I'm pretty sure." And that was the point. He said, "Kill all the other options. Kill all the other options that are available to you. Then become a coach." And that day, when I decided, yeah, I will be a coach, I made a call, like somebody also said, "There's no way I'm going back," right? Because I had shut down that other role. Okay. So that's very important.
This is called burn all the bridges.
Burn all the bridges. That's what exactly I did, was burn the bridges so that there's no going back. And
this also has a dichotomy. Means you retain the bridges with friends, and you still burn all the bridges.
yeah, basically there are many bridges. So one of the bridge is about job, and that you burn. But relationships you keep.
Yeah.
Relationships are
And
very.
then it's, yeah, that's it.
I will just sum up,
Right,
adding to Amit ji's what he's saying, and Atul ji's also just said, and especially to Peter. Hi Peter, nice to see you here.
Hi.
Just adding,
Nice to see you as well.
I was actually, Atul ji knows I'm a little bit behind schedule on some other call, but never mind, this topic was so interesting that can wait. So I will just give my submission here, Peter. We had taken some, I had taken some takeaways, and adding to that, I have just started my entrepreneur venture very recently, but however, today, I think it's not a regret. It is sometimes when you think to yourself, and what is the mistake if I say I could have done is, or already have done is, why I did not become an entrepreneur 15 years before. It is an amazing, absolutely interesting journey. I don't say interesting means easy, but interesting. Interesting will have everything. And I think this is the dust that everyone has to bite and taste. And it depends. It's the road that I have walked the last 3.5 years, that has taught me what my job did not teach me in 23 years. Everything is complete, हिंदी में जिसको कहते हैं उल्टा पुल्टा. जो है वो है ही नहीं, और जो नहीं है वो तुम्हें दिखता ही नहीं.
ये क्लैरिटी है, ये तो आपको क्लैरिटी मिल गई बिल्कुल. और
सब कुछ कोई काला सफेद लाल पीला नहीं है. It's only gray, and actually speaking, there are all different shades of gray that you which you see. And उसी में से टिपी टैप हम बचपन में खेलते थे ना, सिर्फ ग्रे से खेलना है. And that's all we're together. So I would really leave this beautiful forum. I मन नहीं कर रहा, लेकिन मेरी commitment है. There is a call already started there. And Amit ji, it's a pleasure to meet up with you. And we will surely have a nice coffee.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Dipankar.
Sure,
Thanks,
Peter.
Amit.
We'll be in touch. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Yeah.
So guys, we're already beyond our time of 4 o'clock. Let's maybe be here for another 10 minutes if there are some questions. And let's have a rapid fire of questions. Let's not have leisurely questions anymore. What do you say?
What is rapid fire?
Question.
I think something fantastic has gone, and I have really missed something, which I don't know whether by listening the YouTube or.
Sir, आपको हम late city edition पेश कर देंगे. अब करंट तो चला गया.
जिस तरीके से दीपांकर जी ने कंक्लूड किया, तो मुझे लगा कि बहुत बड़ा डैमेज
लॉस हो गया आपका.
लॉस हो गया.
We want only 7 billion people to live with this experience. बस ज़्यादा नहीं.
By God, see, I tell you, क्या होता है कि जब हम तो यहाँ लूटने आते हैं, जो मिल जाए उसको लूट के ले जाओ. एकदम इस फोरम पे तो लूट मची हुई है. लेकिन क्वेश्चन है कि कभी कुछ छूट जाता है. 5 मिनट बचा हुआ है, लेकिन मैंने सोचा कि अतुल जी का सेशन 5-10 मिनट बढ़ जाता है, तो मैं 5 मिनट जरूर आके जो कुछ भी है कंक्लूडिंग सेशन में लोगों के क्वेश्चन आंसर सुन लूंगा, तो शायद कुछ आइडिया लग जाए कि क्या गया है. तो कम से कम वो वीडियो देखने में मजा आएगा YouTube का, क्योंकि पता है कि क्या सब कुछ गुजरा है.
शायद दीपावली की कुछ आतिशबाजियों में अभी भी कुछ बारूद बचा हो. All right, great. So Amit, you should be in touch with Virendra.
Okay. Hi, Amit.
Virendra is one of your colleagues. I would say he is also an ICF certified coach, right, Virendra?
All right. No, I'm not. Sorry.
You're not. I thought you were saying ICF.
No.
Okay, fine. So nonetheless, Virendra is a coach, and he's from Pune. And he is the mentor for e-growth for rest of Maharashtra. Okay.
All right.
We also had Sukhdeepak. Sukhdeepak ji, he's the mentor for eGrowth in Greater Bombay.
Okay.
So we are in this process of cultivating mentors for different areas. Okay. So who knows? Maybe you are the one for Delhi NCR if you show up like that.
Okay.
Any other questions anybody else has?
So not question, but I felt very good because I also worked for corporates for 22 years and then entered into business since, and doing business for last 4.5 years. So I can, I can understand what you're trying to say, and I can understand the question which Peter is having in his mind, or maybe Saurabh must be thinking now. Atul is not saying not to think, but still he'll start thinking. So
see,
that's really
at times when you are telling somebody don't touch here, that means you get
you
in
are
here.
Actually,
Actually, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know when things connect, these dots, how they connect, because even when I was going through my journey in corporate, I got introduced to work in, to go to co-working space, Innovate through the owner Ritesh. And I started mentoring some startups. And मेरे को लगा ये मैं weekend में जाके कर तो रहा हूँ, but क्यों कर रहा हूँ? मतलब I enjoyed, but मेरे को समझ नहीं आता connect कैसे होगा, because I was a country head. There was nothing to link at all. And I was country head for a fintech. Actually, the company was based out of Sydney only. And I was thinking कि मैं बना तो country head हूँ, कुछ काम कर रहा हूँ, और यहाँ पे मैं weekend में mentor कर रहा हूँ to some startups, young people, 20 years, college dropouts, कोई link नहीं है. But then when it all connected, when I learned about coaching, it suddenly मेरे को लगा रे इसीलिए तो गया था. Just all this connects. So maybe this is maybe Saurabh coming to eGrowth and attending this could be that dot. It will connect someday.
Yes. Just to add, thanks very much. Yes, some dots have connected today. I'm definitely a very passionate guy and performing in my any role I have been given. So my passion is to be real. I have very high goals and dreams. So I definitely think I can do it by becoming an entrepreneur. And that's the reason I joined eGrowth. The points you shared were valuable because definitely I'm in a position where I am doing job also. And I am looking at what I have to do in future.
Okay.
So any advice from your end will definitely help me in achieving my dreams.
Yeah. So I'll just leave it. Don't give one point. So you mentioned goals and dreams. So there's a formula. There's a formula of this. Okay. So you always have dreams. कि मेरे को ये करना है, वो करना है, right? So goal is a dream with a timeline. Goal is equal to dream plus timeline. So whatever dream you have, just put a timeline. Okay, this will start by 31st of December or 15th of January. Put a date to your dreams. It will become a goal. Otherwise, it will not happen. In fact, I met somebody who was in corporate.
Something if you can just try.
Yeah. So make goals are smart goals.
Yeah.
But the point is, dreams sabke hote hain. Like I met somebody who was in corporate in multinational. He came and said, Amit, मेरे को ना अपनी company start करनी है on mental well-being. So I said, okay, what have you done? He said, for last 2-3 years, I'm doing research and R&D करिए, product क्या होगा, सब कुछ होगा. मैंने कहा, very nice. So you have your dream, I understand. Date, when will you start? And he said, probably in next 2-3 years, I will start. I said, you are not becoming an entrepreneur for sure. Because आप 2 साल 3 साल से in a big corporate 20 years आप इतना research कर चुके हो और अभी भी सोच रहे हो 3 साल के बाद मैं start करूँगा. मतलब that's not done. So you need to have a dream with a deadline. Deadline not being like 3 years, but something happening in 6 months, 12 months, or 2 years, right? So that's what I'll leave you with, Saurabh, is a dream is equal to, a goal is equal to dream plus that timeline.
Right, sir. Right.
Right.
Well taken.
Great point, Amit, on the timeline.
Yeah. Yogesh had some question actually. I can't hear you, Yogesh.
Yeah. So my question is very simple. My question is, when I don't have clarity, I normally stop myself. but there are moments when the stopping period elongates a lot. Because I work on how to get the clarity, because I tried with earlier coaches also, consultants also, mentors also, but they're also not unable to give me the clarity on that part. And that becomes a frustrating part of it. And I don't move. So one thing is fixed, that, okay, unless and until I don't have clarity, I should not move ahead. और clarity कौन सी कोई area में आती नहीं है जल्दी, तो क्या करें उसको?
Meet me. Let's meet. Yeah, so it happens quite often that, you know, and clarity in that at times, maybe, I don't know, in your case it's happening not. Sometimes you're not able to move ahead because you're looking for a perfect thing to be in place. कि सब कुछ जब perfect होगा, then I will move ahead, right? Is that the case in your case?
No,
Yogesh?
It's not a perfect.
Okay, yeah. So otherwise, the part is in this case would be, you don't need clarity of the long-term part. For that, you need just a direction part, clarity of direction. You need, if you're stuck, you need to get clarity of what I call as micro action. One small action, right? I don't know where you're stuck. We can have one-to-one and discuss that. But typically, is, let's say, if you say, I want to go and climb Mount Everest. Now, Mount Everest climb karna, and you may set a goal also. In 2 years, I'll do that, right? That also is fine. Apne dream hai usko apne goal mein convert kar diya. But you'll not be able to do anything if you don't have clarity of the very small micro action, micro step. And that step could be going and paying 10,000 rupees to register for a mountaineering course, right? Or going in the morning and start running at least, right? आपने वो छोटा सा step ही नहीं करा, तो बड़ा तो 100% नहीं होगा. And this is where people get stuck. I meet sometimes people, they give me huge dream, huge goals. And then after the session, I say, okay, in coaching, probably Virender will understand it better, we end up with an action, with a very micro action which can be done in 1 week, 2 weeks time. Not huge action, small micro action. And then when I check after 2 weeks, whether that person has taken an action, अगर नहीं लिया, then my question is very simple. ये इतनी बड़ी-बड़ी बातें क्यों कर रहे हो? कि आपको माउंट एवरेस्ट पे जाना है, ये करना है, आपको बोला 10,000 रुपए खर्च किए, आप रजिस्टर कर लो, आपने वही नहीं करा, क्योंकि आपको टाइम नहीं मिला, means you are not going anywhere, right? So identify that micro action, which is doable, and like Virender showed, is smart action, right? It should be very clear what has to be done. It should be measurable, right? So, and for more, we can have a separate one-to-one.
Amit, I have got, I don't know whether it is the right question or not, but something very close to Yogesh. What happens, at times, many times, couple of times, I will not say many times, situation comes that I am being pulled in one direction by one lobby or one group, and same with the same amount of pressure of stake in the whole ecosystem is trying to pull me in other direction. Now, if I do anything, the result will be wrong, because both are contradicting to each other. And I am at an apex position where I have to take a decision, and both are forcing me to take a decision, continuously changing me to take a decision. And I know that whatever the decision I will take, it will be disastrous for whole ecosystem. So I get perplexed whether I should, and both are justifying 100%. They are justified also. So at that time, at least a dozen times, I can tell you, in the whole of life, I found that my way is leave it. I will not do anything. Let go to hell. Whatever you are telling, I will not do anything. But it doesn't last more, like Yogesh has told, that it doesn't last, not a single time it has lasted more. It has within a week or 10 days or 15 days, the clarity they themselves have brought. What is the right kind of thing? What you call in this situation, in my philosophy, everybody says, आप कुछ करते नहीं, आप कुछ करते नहीं, आप कुछ करते हैं. तो जब काम खत्म हो जाता तब मैं बोलता हूँ no action is also an action. But क्या ये ऐसा आपके भी उसमें सिस्टम में इस तरह का कोई इस तरह का डिसिप्लिन? मेरे साथ तो इवन बहुत frequently हो जाता है.
Ravindra ji, आप you cannot make everyone happy. That is the first thumb rule.
Yeah. No, the part is actually
करते हैं कि आप करो.
Yeah.
आप करो क्योंकि आप एपेक्स पे हो तो आपकी वो है, आपको तो करना ही पड़ेगा. आप बताइए मैं कहाँ गलत हूँ, या तो ना कर दीजिए मुझे. मैं ना उनको नहीं कर सकता, ये जो कह रहे हैं इसको भी ना नहीं कर सकता. और अगर उन दोनों की बात सुने तो दोनों एक दूसरे के, अगर मौका मिले, अगर दोनों गन दे दें तो एक दूसरे गन से उड़ा दें. मतलब इस तरह की बात है. ओके, देन आई विल नॉट दिस वन. ओके, यू डू व्हाटएवर यू फील लाइक. आई एम नॉट देयर इन सिस्टम, henceforth don't involve me in the discussion or anything. अरे ऐसा कैसे चल सकता है? कहीं पे तो आना चाहिए. हम बोले ओके ठीक है, रहने दो, रहने दो, रहने दो. करता हूँ लेकिन कुछ नहीं करता हूँ क्योंकि मैं कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता इस परिस्थिति में.
So what happens, I'll share here is this is again all about making choices and taking decisions, and I do these sessions on decision making, how to take a decisions, because these are typical things. What I call as whether or not should I do this, should I do this, right? Two options only. And what I can state here is at this point in time you need somebody like who's not connected to both, who's non-judgmental. It could be a coach, it could be a friend, it could be some mentor or somebody whom you can trust, who can help you and act like a sounding board, who can get into you to figure out कि आपके पास ये दो options हैं, or is there a third option, or is there a fourth option, is there a fifth option, is there an and option, not or option कि ये करना ये करना. Maybe there's an and option which is there. And also is also to figure out by working like a sounding board is to discover is there's one element I call is many times we decide based on our core values. What comes as a core value to us. Many times we take decisions based on that, right? Understanding what those core values of yours are, and whichever the option is kind of fitting with that, you can move with it, because it kind of hits you. And it's very important is do not get into this dilemma of वो कह रहा है ये कह रहा है. No, that's other people are telling you कि ये करो वो करो. आपको वो बोल रहे हैं. डिसीजन तो आपको लेना है, इम्पैक्ट आपको लेना है, कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस आपके हैं, सब कुछ आप ही का है. So it's not deciding based on what others are saying. You have to figure out what you are saying. And for that, let me say, for that you need to talk to somebody who's independent of all these, who is not connected, who's not part of this other ecosystem, that the person can ask you questions again. Question challenge you on that. The question कि आप ये फर्स्ट ऑप्शन क्यों नहीं ले रहे, सेकंड क्यों नहीं ले रहे, और कोई ऑप्शन है, राइट? अगर फर्स्ट लोगे तो उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या है? व्हाट इज द वर्स्ट कैन हैपन इफ यू टेक द फर्स्ट ऑप्शन? व्हाट इज द वर्स्ट व्हाट कैन हैपन इन द सेकंड? कैन यू लिव विद इट, right? There are many things which as a sounding board somebody can ask, by which it will help you. I'll not say there's nothing called a right decision, you know that part, right? There's nothing about a right decision. You take a decision and make it right, correct? So आपको decision लेना जरूरी है and make it right. Whether no decision also could be a decision, right? But you have to make that right. That is the key. Taking a decision is very, very important.
Awesome.
And the worst can happen is when you are moving round and round and round और आप decide नहीं कर रहे, वो बहुत frustrating है.
नहीं, decide तो यही करता हूँ कि कुछ नहीं करूँगा, जाओ.
That is fine if it is working for you.
जानों में जाओ. नहीं, नुकसान होता है. हाँ, तो नुकसान होता है, लेकिन क्वेश्चन है वो बड़े नुकसान से हमको बचा लेता है.
हाँ, तो ठीक है. What is you have to seek from all options. One of the way to take a decision is look at all the options which are there, and each option think what is the worst that can happen if you take decision 1, if you take a decision 2, if you take decision 3. What is the worst that can happen, and can you live with that worst that can happen? Right? Once you are get okay with that, you can move ahead.
मैं यही जानना चाहता था कि क्या मैं सही करता हूँ कि गलत करता हूँ.
सही गलत का बात ही नहीं होती. मैं बोलो सही गलत का चक्कर ही नहीं. आप डिसाइड एंड मेक इट राइट. व्हाट इज द बेस्ट यू कैन डू अराउंड इट. Okay, there is nothing called a right decision, wrong decision, because जब डिसाइड कर लेते हो उसके बाद पता चलता है राइट था रॉन्ग था. वो तो बाद में पता चलता है. पहले तो आप तो जो बेस्ट लगता है वो वही लेते हो. आपको जो माइंड में लग रहा है ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये कॉन्सेप्ट ठीक है, उसके हिसाब से आप करते हो. व्हाई विल समबडी कॉन्शियसली से मैं ना रॉन्ग डिसीजन करूंगा, आज मेरे को मिल गया ये 4 ऑप्शन है, ये गलत डिसीजन है, मैं वही लूंगा. नोबडी विल डू दैट. at that point of time, we always think we are taking a right decision.
Fantastic. इसको बढ़ाएं थोड़ा सा आगे.
हाँ जी.
So मिश्रा जी आप one on one करिएगा. अभी एक तो प्रभाकर आए हैं, so if we can just get to know प्रभाकर. प्रभाकर, अगर आप even if you don't have any question, at least introduce yourself. प्रभाकर, are you there?
हाँ है तो सही पर
आगे.
चलिए ठीक है. सुखदीपक मलवाई जो है वो कॉजवे का चक्कर
आवाज नहीं आ रही.
नहीं मेरे ख्याल है क्या? Alright.
हाँ है तो सही पर आवाज नहीं आ रही, वो साइलेंट पे हैं.
प्रभाकर साहब आप अपने को म्यूट अनम्यूट कर लें.
I think वो अनम्यूट नहीं हो पा रहे हैं. I can also only ask him to unmute.
हाँ मैं भी unmute.
ठीक है. Nonetheless, सुखदीपक जी जो हैं वो कॉजवे का चक्कर लगाकर वापस आए हैं. तो सुखदीपक जी, you want to say something?
My apologies. We've been having a problem with our bloody internet because of the rain or whatever it is. So I had no choice. And I don't know, what would you like me to say? Because I missed most of what Amit had to say.
No worries. If you have a question, great. Otherwise, we are about to wind up.
No, what I was hearing just now from him, what he was saying is, you got the number of choices, you decide one. Number of options, he decides one. So I think you just choose one. Because you don't know which is right and which is wrong, you can choose the best possible option after due consideration and then wait for the results to happen. That's what I got.
I think that is what he said. He said that you take a decision and then you make it right.
Yeah. So the only difference in what I'm saying and he's saying is, he used the word decide. I said choose one.
Yeah, choose
That's
one.
it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Choose one.
That's all.
Yeah, Prabhakar ji has finally managed to unmute himself. So Prabhakar ji, if you could please introduce yourself.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Again, you are muted. Again.
ये टेलीफोन पे यही प्रॉब्लम होता है.
पता नहीं चलता उसमें.
You are on mute. All right. So जब तक वो unmute करते हैं तब तक शीतल, you want to say something?
Yeah. Actually, this was a new perspective what I got about a coach, because up to the ILP coach and giving a training to self-help group, everything is different. So new perspective I got actually. So thank you so much for that.
Okay.
All right. चलिए ठीक है. Then I think let's complete this conversation. So what would be your last remarks for the day, Amit? Amit, thanks for giving your time, and it was really valuable to be with you today.
I hope the recording will be available. I'd love to listen to it.
Yes, it will be available. Yeah.
And I hope we can get Amit's telephone number so I can speak with him later.
Hope के ऊपर तो दुनिया टिकी है सर. आप और क्या hope करते हैं बताइए?
Hope नहीं, intention है right?
आप कहें तो हम अमित को बॉम्बे डिलीवर भी करवा देते हैं.
क्या बात है, गिफ्ट रैपिंग भी करवा देना.
बिल्कुल. हाँ जी. So अमित
मैंने डाला है अपना नंबर. आप भी अमित जी प्लीज अपना थोड़ा डिटेल डाल दीजिए so we can connect with you.
Yeah, it will come in the chat.
Please share your chat box. Your not chat box. You share your number in the chat box.
Yeah.
Atul ji, if we can request Amit ji to take the education section in Inner Circle, and in future can be part of Inner Circle.
So
yeah, that would be lovely.
उसके ऊपर काम चल रहा है. अमित जी एक दफा आए थे और अभी तक जो है वो पकड़ में नहीं आ रहे. वो तेल लगा कर आते हैं और अखाड़े से भाग जाते हैं.
So request from Inner Circle members also be part of our team, and we are looking forward to have you there.
अमित जी अब तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. अब तो सौरभ ने तो वैसे ही कह दिया. उसने कहा कि मैं नौकरी छोड़ दूंगा अगर अमित आ जाएगा तो. I hope अमित के सौरभ का बॉस जो है ये ना देख रहा हो. हाँ जी. Yeah, Amit, if you can please give your closing remarks for the day.
Okay, closing remark. Yeah, thanks for it, by the way, inviting me for this session. And I know Atul for last more than a year, and we have been talking. And there's a plan for me to join Inner Circle. I have to just get this one masterclass finished next week, and then By end of month, I will be joining. So that's what is the plan.
In fact, what you can do is you can officially invite everybody for the masterclass.
Yeah, I can. You can send the details, but let me just mention about the masterclass as a closing remark.
Yeah. Please.
So I'm doing a masterclass on 15th of August at 11 a.m. It's a free online presentation, and the topic I picked up is get 2x work done from your existing team without any cost escalation. Okay, so how you can get more work from your team without cost escalation, and the context of that is typically is if you're running a business or a business unit. Now, typically we want our business to run at, let's say, 120 kilometers per hour. So 120 की speed से जाना चाहिए. But and because, for example, you can tap more opportunities, you can move fast, you can reach your goals faster. But actually, it's running at 60 kilometers. 60 kilometers पे चल रही है. गाड़ी 60 पे चल रही है. 120 पे नहीं चल रही. And the question is why? Why is it running slow? And you may be wondering, it could be because of the team, it could be because the product you have, it could be the culture of the company, it could be COVID, or it could be me, right? We don't know. So this session which I'm doing is actually for you to discover answer to this why. Why are you running slow, right? And the part is for your company or your car to run fast, it needs an efficient engine. Engine hona chahiye efficient. And I'll be talking about the blueprint of an organization, what it needs to have. The second thing it needs to have is a what I call the effective driver. गाड़ी चलाने के लिए ड्राइवर जो है इफेक्टिव ड्राइवर होना चाहिए, नहीं तो गाड़ी नहीं चलेगी. अगर फॉर्मूला 1 ड्राइवर को आप मारुति पकड़ा दोगे, वो नहीं चला पाएगा, right? So what are the characteristics required of a driver is the part which I cover in the 3 clarity concepts. And the third thing which I'll cover in this is also allocating the right driver to the right engine. Okay, and you need to allocate the right person to the right job. A hack around it I'll be sharing. So these 3 things, what I'll be doing over there is talk about the efficient engine, the effective driver, how to create that, and how to allocate right engine to the right driver. So this is a masterclass, 90 minutes, free masterclass, and I'll share the details with Atul, and then can be circulated. You are welcome to join, and you can call others also who can join. Yeah.
Most welcome. Thanks a lot, Amit. I think this was really valuable, and a lot of clarity has emerged.
Mm-hmm.
So when the session started, I was not too pleased that the number of people is less.
Mm-hmm.
But then towards the end, I think a very large number of people would not be able to handle this kind of a conversation.
Yeah, less is more. Less is more.
Yes. So let's enable and empower one person at a time, and that is what we have to. All right. Okay. So thanks a lot. We'll meet tomorrow with another interesting conversation. I'm not very sure who's the speaker tomorrow. I'll have to scout for one right now, and then we'll catch up tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, Amit.
Thank you.